Hey everybody, and welcome to our latest episode of the FightCast with none other than Carli, Carli Judice, who's fighting. The reason she's on the episode tonight is because she is fighting on Saturday night.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to get right into it. Carli is the only one fighting from Headkicks, and where are you fighting at, Carli?
Baltimore, Maryland.
And how did we get into this situation?
I have no idea, but I'm glad we did. We just trying to find local fights and, even around like local states around us, and we couldn't find anything. So I guess they just started to reach out, all the way up there.
I've been to Baltimore, but I've never fought on out there. So Carli will have the experience to share with everybody else. But Sucker Punch, who manages myself and Carli, reached out and said they had a pretty good opportunity. So we're fighting for Shogun fights.
Yep.
On Saturday night, and they have a pretty good exposure, pretty good reach up in the Northeast. So we're gonna see about getting some links to where you guys can watch it. But tell us a little bit about the fight that we have coming up. Who are we going against? What's the weight and everything?
We're gonna be fighting Tara Pagano. I'm not good with the pronunciation. She's from Maryland, so she gets the home crowd and stuff. We're fighting at 130. She had asked for it, I'm not sure, but we accepted it. So we're gonna do 130 a catch weight. I think she has a walking forward kind of style, I think she likes to grapple a little bit, do like Jiu-Jitsu. I'm not sure about her striking too much, and I don't like to watch too much of the girls that I fight. I watch them like once or twice, and then I let my coaches do the rest and tell me what they think I need to tweak and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know too much about her, but I think she's a little shorter than me. So, that's always good, depending. So,
yeah, I think that's some people that I know watch tons of fights and study them, and some people it gets too much on their mind,
right.
Too kind of anxiety or just you got so much going on, and you like somebody constantly thinking about situations. I think it's good to watch early on and to know what kind of patterns you can make and drills, and then let that be that.
Right.
Just familiarize yourself with what's coming, and then no need to linger on it for long. So I think you got to find that healthy balance, but it also depends on personalities. Some people like to know and watch as much as they can, but some people they're just more easygoing. Some people, Tyler Listy doesn't like to watch at all.
Right.
He's like, the first time he ever sees this guy is when he sees him at weigh-ins. So
he don't even do walkout music, Tyler. So
correct. Speaking of that, you have walkout music?
Yeah.
You got something set up?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm doing a Champion by Kanye West. That's what I've done my past 4 fights probably, so I've done that for a while.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So again, your opponent, Tara, she has some fights in Bellator.
Yep.
So she's got 4 pro fights, a couple of those in Bellator. So this is, definitely a step up in competition for us. So right now you're 1-0, looking to be 2-0, and then get on a busy streak here in 2023. We did have some. How long has it been since the last fight? Was it October?
Yeah, October. So about 6
months. So all right, so we're on track, but we need to stay. We want to stay active.
Yeah.
So
I think it was even when I had my surgeries, fought close to 6 months.
Right.
So we were looking, we just couldn't find anything. We were looking sooner than this, but we're aiming for November, like a fast turnaround after October. Couldn't find anything, so we just took off for the holidays, and then we tried to start looking for January, then February, and then
things
March.
just kept pushing back, and starting to get a little antsy.
Yeah.
And so when an opportunity to fight in Baltimore, Maryland comes up, it's like, all right, let's go.
Right.
So get the tickets. So that's how we ended up in Baltimore. So we'll find out how their commission and their league and everything is pretty soon. So anything, tell us about what's going on, since your last fight, family-wise or, work-wise. To fill us in on the last 6 months, some of the things you've done outside of the gym, and then some of the things you've done inside of the gym.
Not much has changed. I feel like I'm always doing the same stuff. Work's the same. I still working at my bakery and I go to work, I go train, go home. Besides holidays, we don't do too much with the family, you know, besides holidays and birthdays. So that's always the same. But I do have a big family, so they're always around if we need each other, you know. So that's always there. But I feel like I've just been doing the same stuff, you know, always working, always training. And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I love to, you know, it's just what I love to do. And it's all the necessary things to keep my life moving forward, you know, because that's what I'm trying to do. In fighting, I'm just trying to move forward. So to do that, I have to always be working and training and focusing. So that's what I try to do.
One of the things you probably implemented over the last 6 months was traveling to Shreveport.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Totally forgot about that,
you got invited to go train with Andrea and Victoria Leonardo, right? Andrea Lee, Victoria. And Andrea's fighting Saturday?
Yeah, she's
in
fighting
San
Saturday.
Antonio.
Yep.
Yeah, two of my buddies are fighting in San Antonio as well, so we got a group to cheer on. But so you know, just like I travel to get the best looks and whatnot, you started. It works out because you got 2 flyweights in the UFC, female flyweights, of course, in the UFC. And what's the name of the gym?
The Compound.
The Compound.
Yeah, Brent Mason.
Brent Mason. So been several times, and so you get great rounds in. You kind of helped her prepare for a couple fights, and then it's reciprocal, right?
Yeah.
So
always helping each other.
So, but it is. I know what it's like to drive and travel. So it's 3 hours. You spend a couple days and come on back. So
it's awesome. It's definitely worth it. You know what I get out of it. You know, even though I'm going helping give them rounds, sometimes they're giving me rounds at the same time, and they're awesome. It's great over there. I learn a lot every time I go, and it's always a good push when we go. So I love to be able to do that, and I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to do that. You know, not everybody gets the opportunity to go train, you know, take time off of work and get to do those things. So it's awesome. I'm blessed to have that.
Absolutely. And certainly we don't have any female flyweights in the UFC at Headkicks. We got a bunch of guys, lightweight guys, but I'm sure it's good to test it with some ladies that are your size, but also and give you good belief of where you're at. Like, okay, these girls are in the UFC, and I'm, you know, maybe I imagine progressing each and every time. You know, so that's been new. What kind of shout outs do we want to give? We got some sponsors that are helping you out, because obviously training and traveling and everything. You know, I mean, you got to do your medicals for this fight and everything. So. We got some shout outs to give. Yep,
I'm gonna shout out Majors Manufacturing and Supply. They've been big. They've been with me for a few fights now. Always Dino's. They've been with me since the beginning. We got Miss Reba's Greenhouse. Thanks for everything y'all do. We got Brian Malasaw with C620 Nutrition. He helps me with my dieting and nutrition and weight cut and stuff like that. So shout out to all of y'all. It wouldn't be possible without y'all. So I'll check them out. Thank y'all so much.
Cool.
Yep.
This weekend we have the UFC in San Antonio. So let's get you to pick some of the card. Okay. So let's see. Let's start with Andrea. Who's Andrea fighting? Macy Barber.
Yep.
I'm gonna assume you're going with Andrea Lee.
Yeah.
So that's who we're rooting on, Louisiana.
Let's
so let's go. In the main card, actually one of my guys, Austin Lingo versus Nate Landwehr. I'm gonna go with my guy Austin because I was just training with him last week. Holly Holm versus Yana Santos, women's bantamweight bout. Who do you got there? Holm.
Yep.
I like Holly Holm there too. And then in the main event, Marlon Vera versus Corey Sandhagen, number 3 and number 5.
I'm gonna go with Sandhagen.
Yeah, you think reason
it'll
being?
Be close.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
I think.
I think they have similar styles.
Yeah.
But you know.
He's got 5-round experience.
Yeah.
And he's got some great footwork in the bantamweight division. Might be the best in bantamweight division. Alex Perez versus Manel Kopp. We'll keep our eyes on that one too. You want to make a pick on that one?
Nah.
That's a good fight. I think Perez takes that one.
Yep.
But okay, so that's the UFC San Antonio, and you know, tell us a little bit about what you believe in. And so on the FightCast, we talk about the upcoming fights, previous fights, UFC San Antonio, preparation, family, and then we want to take a few moments to talk about faith. So are there any things that you've been focusing on, one thing to do externally in the gym, but internally over the last few months, where are you at, or what are the things that you can express in your belief and kind of where you stand in all of that?
Yeah, I'm definitely big in faith and big in God and all that. I grew up in church, around the church, and my family's big on that. And it always go back to that. No matter what's happening in life, no matter how hard stuff gets, that's what you lean on. You lean on, God and people around you, your family, so that's what keeps me going, is always trying to be better, and my faith be better, and mentally, which all feeds into me being better physically. So I don't know if that answered your question.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Where are y'all attending right now?
The church?
Yeah.
We're going to, my sister has a church, it's called Destiny. We used to go to a church in New Iberia, but we're going to Destiny now.
In Lafayette?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in Broussard. So.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, awesome. Well, y'all pray for Carli.
Thank y'all.
All right, cool. Anything else we want to, we don't need to wrap it up. We talked about all the fights, and we talked about without giving away the game plan, you tune in on Saturday night at, do you know where you're at on the fight card?
I think I'm 7 out of 11 last time I checked.
Okay.
Yep.
So Saturday night, you can watch UFC San Antonio, and then you can be checking out for Carli Judice's fight in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Let's go.